All right, good afternoon. So I'm here to record me coding the last scene, which is the graduation scene for this Girl Called Echo project. I've changed my microphone because the microphone on the previous video was getting all crackly for some reason, so I have a nicer microphone sitting right here. So hopefully that'll solve some of our issues. So I've already uploaded all the assets. This one's going to be a lot more straightforward than the previous one. There's not a lot of animation to it, but we thought, the students thought it was an important scene to animate because it's about her graduating, which is a very, very important part of high school, and so we thought it was important. So I've already uploaded all the assets. There's background, three sort of images that we're going to layer one on top of each other, or that we're going to change. And then we have a tassel that's going to blow in the wind. And then we have some audio that's going to show up, or not audio, some speech bubbles that are going to show up. So let's get that going. So I will start by creating a new page, and I'm going to call this page, hold on a second, we'll call this page for grad. All right, and then we'll go back to our code and we'll add a tab and we'll call this grad. I guess I should zoom in. So there's our page, and let's get started. So first things first, I'm going to create myself a new turtle, and I'm going to give him the costume of number 37. Number 37 is the background. So let's just, hold on a second. Sorry. Anyways, so we're going to give him the costume of page 37 or number 37 here. So we're going to go to say set shape to 37. That looks like it's sized appropriately. We'll just see if there's any. Remember that 40 is the default size. Yeah, that's too small. So set size 40 should do it. I think that it's defaulted to be the correct size. Okay. So we're going to have we'll start with this, and then after a couple moments, the panels will start to appear, and I'm going to see if I can try to kind of layer it in so that it's like, well, you'll see what I'm going to try to do, okay? So I've got my turtle here. I'm going to stamp this because I want to stamp that background, right? And then we're going to reset this shape back to 0. So that puts him back as a little turtle. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to set his shape to... Oh, I guess we'll name him... You should name him something. Let's name him, I don't know, Grad Photo Turtle. We don't want these names to get too unwieldy because we have to type them, but this project is getting so huge that we kind of got to be very specific about our names. So whatever, we're going to call him Grad Photo Turtle. And we'll set Grad Photo Turtle over here because this is roughly where we need him to be. Now, he's not going to be moving at all. The picture is just going to be changing. It's not even going to be changing in size, so we don't have to worry about his orientation, right? Remember, if he's going to be moving, we want to start by pointing him in the direction we want him to go, but we don't have to worry about that. So we'll start him with number 38. Oh yeah, I guess I'm not going to be able to do what it is that I want to do. That's okay. Again, the final product might end up being different than what you see if I make some changes after the fact. But this is what I'm going to try to build here. So we'll set his shape to 38. Okay, and we're going to position him here. That's roughly where we want him to be. We're not going to stamp him because we don't want him to sit on top of the background. We want it to change. So let's see. Let's see here. Okay, we got his shape there. Perfect. And then what we want him to do is we want him to cycle through those three. Not cycle, but like one right after the other. So what we'll do is we're going to go, oops. Oh, what's going on? What the heck? Oh, weird. That was bizarre. 2, we'll call this take photo. We'll just call this to grad photo. Okay, and we'll put an end. I've been forgetting to end my functions that I've been creating. So I have gotten into the habit of creating the name and then putting an end afterwards so that I don't get that weird error. Not weird error, it's a perfectly normal error, but getting an error and then wondering why it's not working properly. So what we want to have happen is we want to have the turtle. What was the name of the turtle? Grad photo turtle. So we're going to have grad photo turtle. We're going to have him show up because right now he's hidden. Actually, let's have him set shape 38 first because we want to make sure that he starts as the turtle. Actually, we'll go hide turtle first because in theory we want him to start hidden. We want the audience to have a moment to just kind of see the scene with the reception at the grad. So we're going to wait for some time. So let's say 10 seconds is quite a long time for them to just stare at an image. So let's just say maybe 3 seconds. So 3 times 10 is 30. Remember that each 10 units of time is a second. So we'll wait 3 seconds. Then we'll set the shape to 38 and then show the turtle. Okay. So let's just try running that. So we'll run grad photo turtle. No, grad photo. Mississippi 2, Mississippi 3, Mississippi. Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. Awesome. So that shows up, and that's exactly what we want to have happen. And so next we're going to, we're going to keep going. So again, we don't need to sit on this for too long because, I mean, the Métis flag shows up. There's nothing really happening. So we'll wait maybe another 2 seconds. So wait 20. And then we'll set shape to be 39. It's probably 39. Yep, 39 is the one with all the people and the ancestors behind her, behind the flag. Save. Okay, and then we'll wait another. This time we have a little bit more to look at. So maybe we'll wait for, I'd say 5 seconds. That might be a little long, but that's fine. Then we'll set shape to 40. And then we'll wait for maybe just a second. And then after that, we'll have the text appear. But the text is going to be a different turtle. So we'll have to worry about that later. So for now, we'll just run this and see what it looks like. There, okay, that's pretty good. All right. And so then we want to make sure that the text is going to sit in here properly. Okay, so that's all sitting exactly where we want it to be, which is awesome. So now we'll need to create a new turtle to make the text. So I'm going to go new turtle. There he is right there. And we're going to name him grad photo text, or grad. We'll call it grad text turtle because there's only the one. And we're going to give him the costume. 43. Okay. Obviously a little big. That's fine. Let's set our size to 20. We don't want to obscure echo here. So we'll put this here, let's say. Can we make that any bigger? Nope. I think 20 is fine. Cool. Okay, so then we'll have it appear with her and her, I think it's her aunt. So we'll wait 2 seconds, and then we're gonna have, what did we call this? Grad text turtle. He's going to show up. And then that's basically it. That's where we end. And at the very beginning, we want to hide grad text turtle. So that if we start the cycle over again, we're hiding him. And we'll just freeze these in place so that they can't be moved around. And let's try running a grad photo. Cool. Okay, awesome. That's did exactly what we wanted it to happen. Okay, cool. So next what we're going to do is we have to have the tassel waving in the breeze. So we're going to need a new turtle for that. I'm going to save this real quick though. And let's make a new turtle. These new turtles. And we're going to name this, I'm going to name this, come on. I'm going to name him Tassel Turtle because that's what he will be. And what are my tassel shapes? Oh, hold on a second. Okay, sorry. My cat was screeching at me, and then I realized I didn't know which side the tassel showed up on, so kind of important. So let's see. The tassel was shape 41. So we'll set shape 41. By the way, when I'm doing stuff, this is just a reminder, when I'm doing stuff in the workspace down here, if I'm doing something to a turtle, it'll do it to the last turtle I've clicked. So I clicked on the tassel turtle. So when it says set shape to 41, it'll do it to the tassel turtle. Now, this is way too long of a tassel. I'm going to just open up the graphic novel and just kind of do a reference photo. So it hangs down about level with her, almost to the bottom of her braid, but yeah, about there. Okay, so I'm just going to do my best here. So we obviously have to set the size a little bit smaller. I don't know how to set size 35. Oops. 30. Okay, what's going on here? Why isn't the tassel getting any smaller? Oh, there it is. Okay. Actually, that looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit too small. Let's go 25. It's kind of hard to see the tassel on the background of the cap. Yeah, it's too big. 23. Again, I'm just kind of fiddling around with this to try to get it to a length that I like. That's pretty good. Not perfect, but I guess maybe we could go a little bit larger. Let's go 22. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we're going to put it there. All right. And then, okay, so then we have to run a loop of switching back and forth between the two tassels. And it has to start when we set shape 40. It's going to be tricky because we have to have the tassel moving before and after the text happens. So I guess if we have the loop, we replace this weight with the loop of the tassel. then that would be a solution to that. I wonder if you could do it. You might be able to also do it so that the tassel's always waving, but that it's like hidden behind, or it's hidden, but that might be a little bit complicated. So you know what, we'll just do it this way. So I'm gonna go tassel turtle, and I'm gonna have him go repeat, and we're gonna set shape. What were the two shapes? 41 weight. How long did we have it? 10. We'll have him wait. Again, this is going to be kind of fiddling around. Let's go wait 2, and then set shape 42, and then we'll wait 2. And we need to show the turtle. And we need to hide the tassel turtle at the beginning. Okay, and then after the grad text, okay, you know what, let's just run this. Let's just see. Oh, I'm going to create a button. Okay, I'm going to save first. And then I'm going to create a button. We'll call it run scene. And on click, we're going to grad photo. Okay, and then let's try this out. Oh, we didn't give it a number of times to repeat. Okay, let's go 10 then. Okay, this would be 4. So we probably just only want it for like 2 seconds. So let's repeat 5 times. Oopsies. Okay, we'll stop this. Let's try it from scratch. I forgot to tell it how many times to repeat that cycle of the tassel waving in the wind. So yeah, it got confused. So let's run this scene again. Okay, so the tassel is kind of wiggling in a way that I don't love. He's also wiggling way too fast. So the problem is that... Okay, he's going way too fast. So let's deal with that first. Let's wait 4, and then we'll do this 10 times. So that's going to be 8 seconds, which is way too long. We'll do it 5 times. Okay, let's see. Let's get the waving in the wind looking okay first, not too fast. And then we'll worry about the fact that the tassel... So the problem is that... Let's see if we can zoom in. The problem is that the tassel... I'll run it, and maybe you can see what the issue is with the tassel here. So just watch the tassel. It's kind of hard to see against the cap, but here, let's run it. I'll run it and zoom it in. So you can see that as it's moving, it's like the top of the tassel is moving. So not only do we need to cycle the image, we need to actually move the image to a new spot. Okay, that's tricky. That's a little trickier than I thought, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Okay, so let's set our shape to this. Hold on a second. Okay. Whoa. What's going on here? Okay, let's stop. So we're going to take, this is going to require me to zoom in a whole bunch. So we're going to select the tassel turtle and we're going to set him to shape 41. Okay, so when he's in this shape, this is going to require some very precise. I might actually need to write this down. I need a piece of scrap paper. Pausing while I get a piece of scrap paper. Okay, so when this tassel is in place, it's in position 269.54. Okay, so then what we need to do is we need to change the shape, and we need to try to keep because the idea is we need the top of the tassel to stay in the same spot. So I need to change the, sorry, I keep getting closer to the mic and then it's going to get louder. So I need to change the tassel to the other image and then move it so that the top of the tassel is in the right spot. So let's go set shape 42. Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to move this to what I think is the right spot. I think that's the right spot. So I'm looking at where the top attaches to the hat. Okay, so for shape 42, this is going to be 279.52. Yeah, okay. So what that means is not only do I have to set the shape, so in my loop, I'm setting the shape to 41, but then I also need to set the position to 269.54. And then when I set the shape to 42, I need to set the position to 279.52. That should probably be 54 as well, but I think that might work. Okay, so that might work. Let's try it out. We're just going to zoom in and see if it actually looks good. There we go. Okay, so see, that looks way more natural because the top of the tassel is staying in place and it's swinging. It's still probably a little fast. Could probably go 5 and 5. And then that would be 5 seconds. Okay, so that's great. I like that. But after the grad text shows up, the tassel stops waving. So what we need to do is we need to do this loop again after it shows up. So we're just going to do it here. So we're doing the exact same thing. But we need to make sure we do tassel turtle. This ended up being more complicated than I thought it was, but that's okay. Let me just separate this out a little bit. Okay, so that should work. That should work. That should work, hopefully. Okay, let's try it. That's better. The waving's a little bit more natural. The text appears and it continues to wave. Awesome, fantastic. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, that's basically the scene. We don't really have much more that we can do with it. I don't think there was anything else we need to add, no. Now, the other thing we could do is we could add some music. This would be a good opportunity to try out adding some music. But I need to go find some music that is royalty-free. When you're doing stuff like this, it's always, you got to make sure that you have royalty-free music all the time. I'm going to see if I can find a clip of the graduation song like the da 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 da, that thing, and we'll put it in. Now, you can use whatever music you'd like as long as it's royalty free, or you really should use royalty free music. But I'm going to pause this for a second, go see if I can find some music. So I looked around a little bit. Actually, I decided not to go with that classic graduation song. It's from it's like an old British song, and I just don't think it's kind of the right fit for this. So I just looked up some royalty-free music. I grabbed some like generic, epic sounding, happy music. You can of course put whatever you want in here. So I downloaded the file to my computer. Now I got to get it on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Grad. And I'm going to hit the plus sign. By the way, I got to this by going to this little symbol here, like the sort of flow chart. I'm going to go plus sign, and I'm going to go sound. I'm going to import a sound. And now I got to find where I put that song. Here we go, Epic Graduation. Okay, so it'll upload. Now, I will say right now, I have had some troubles with the sound in links, like getting it to work properly. So we'll do our best here, but no promises, honestly. Okay, so we've got our epic graduation right here. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is hold on a second. We're going to get this music in. Now, I don't remember 100% exactly how to do that. I did it on another page. So I'm going to save, and I'm going to take a look. Oh, an error occurred. Fun. Okay, whatever. We'll just give it a second. So I'm going to go back to my camp, and I believe I had done a... Yes. So I had written, so all you do is you launch, and then the name of the music. So in this case, it was called blah, 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 guitar. In Grad, it's called Epic Graduation 128480, which is a little bit much to have to remember. So I'm going to right click this. I'm going to edit it, and I'm just going to call it Epic Grad. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to launch the audio when we hit the button. So that's pretty straightforward. So we're going to go back to Grad. And at the very beginning, we're going to launch Epic Grad. Now, stop. What's this? Stops the procedure that is running, can only be used in a procedure. Now, the only thing I'm concerned about is that there is if we want to start over, is the music going to keep like looping? So that's only something that I'd be concerned about. I'm going to take a quick look, see if there's a way to get it to stop. Okay, let's give it a try. Whatever. You know what? Let's just try with the music, see what happens. I don't know if the music will come through on your end, but let's give it a try. But it's not running this scene. It's just playing the music. Okay, that's not working. Okay, I'm going to turn this back down. Okay, we'll stop that. Okay, so it's only running the music. It wasn't running the scene. So if I take this out, I'm just going to comment this out. Remember, if we do a colon, it'll make it so it's a comment, so it isn't run as code. So if I do it now, yeah, okay. So if I put that in at the beginning, then it's probably going to like run the whole song and then try to and then do the thing. So that's not what we want. We want it to run at the same time. So how are we going to do this? First, I'm going to try saving again. Hey, there we go. Okay, so you know what? Maybe I'll do it the same as I did on the other pages, where we have a bunch of different, like, because on this page we only have the one function, right? We only have the grad photo function. So maybe what I'll do is I will do like what I did on the other pages and have it to start and then everyone click on. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's give that a try. So what we'll do is we just have to pick a turtle to attach this to. So let's go. Oh, also there's this. We don't. Okay, so apparently when I added the song, it added song Epic Grad, but we don't need to be able to see that. So we're just going to make it invisible. So let's, we'll just assign it to grad photo turtle and we'll say on click, we're going to do grad photo. Okay, so then let's go to, we'll call it launch grad. And we'll say, oops. And then I guess we need to tie the music to a turtle. So let's say, we need to pick another turtle. We'll say the text. Oh, that means we need to write a, oh, you know, maybe we don't need to. Let's just try this out. So let's go launch grad. We'll launch Epic Grad. We'll put this first. So we'll say everyone click on, and then I wonder if that'll work. No, it's doing the same thing. So I bet you at the end of this loop, it'll then start playing the music. Let's see if it does. Or maybe it won't play the music at all. Great. Okay, something's going on here. All right, okay, we'll assign the music to a turtle. So we'll create a function called grad music, and we'll say that is called launch epic grad. So this is literally us just writing a function to play the music. And then we'll tie grad music to this text. So if we were to click the text, it's going to run grad music. So then if we're going to launch grad, then, so we've attached launch grad to the button. And when we launch grad, it should click on all the turtles and do the thing that the turtles are tied with. So the turtles right now, one of the turtles is tied to grad music. I think it's the tassel. No. The text is tied to grad music. I just picked it one randomly. It doesn't need to be any specific one. And the grad photo turtle is tied to making the picture cycle. So let's try this again. Everyone needs more inputs in launch grad on line 3. Do I maybe have... Oh, square brackets. Derp. Square brackets, not round brackets. Gotta make sure we use the right brackets. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. We got it to work. This music is really cringy in my opinion, but it's music, right? You can put whatever you want in. So now the only thing is I don't know how to stop the music if we only want it to run for a certain amount of time. So, but we got the music running, which is great. We have the scene running, which is awesome. We've got all this stuff written in. Great. We got it working. We got the music written in. Now, I have found, and we'll test this out right now. I'm going to save this. I have found that when you try to run stuff with music in the, like if we leave this, in like the player, sometimes it just doesn't work properly. But let's try it out. Oh, it worked immediately. It's not bad, actually. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so there's your final scene. I hope you enjoyed watching these videos, and I hope that you and your class, or whoever is watching this, enjoys using links and uses it to tell some really cool stories. I may make a couple more videos, or at least one more video, about cutting out assets. The hope is that if I have time, I'll cut out a few extra assets, right? If you're working with this set, this template, then you'll have access to all the assets that I used in all these scenes. But the hope is that if we have time, we'll cut out a few more extra assets just so you have some more stuff to work with. Oh, there's my laundry. But remember, you can always add your own assets. You can always add your own stuff into this. And I think this ended up really, really great. Anyways, I hope you all have a great evening, and thanks again for watching.